Doge just did a massive move, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to continue watching this video. Hey guys, Pingu Charts here. Welcome back to another Doge analysis video. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. As you guys can see on Doge, we did see a beautiful bearish engulfing candle currently on the 4-hour time frame break below our EMAs. I mentioned in yesterday's video the fact that I am looking for a bearish case scenario because of the fact that we have already seen a 3-test confirmation on Doge, with the fact that we are now seeing volume drop as well, and we are retesting these exponential moving averages with resistance. A lot of you guys doubted me and said, of course, that we will be continuing higher, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, we have to look at the chart and what the chart is offering us. Throughout the week, of course, the chart was pretty much saying the fact that Doge is looking to top out at these positions because of the fact that you can see we had 3 beautiful wicks on the resistance at 0.11 and then followed by a strong bearish engulfing candle. As of right now, though, guys, I'm still focusing more on the 0.08 level because of the fact that right now we could be looking for a pullback on Doge because of the fact that we are in the RSI in terms of oversold, but we have to keep in mind that this is also the 3rd test confirmation. Ideally, a small pullback and then the continuation is what we're looking for, and once we retest that 0.08 level, things are going to become extremely interesting. What I'm looking for, of course, on that level, as you guys already know, is a 3-test confirmation. Ideally, we want to see a 1, 2, 3 test, knowing the fact that this 0.08 level is ready to hold, and of course anything breaking below that level would become extremely bearish for Doge overall. Looking at previous price analysis, you can see that we did bounce off this level multiple times, trying to break that resistance as well, and then we had a strong push on the 4th test. Ideally, that's exactly what I'm looking for as well on Doge. As you guys can see already, we already had 1 test confirmation. This would become the 2nd and 3rd test, and then things are going to become interesting to see how this level plays out. If we do get a strong bullish engulfing candle breaking above that exponential moving average and a V shape, then we can start looking for an overall long position. But if we get any sort of break below this formation, and guys, you need to understand the fact that we have already seen multiple breaks of this formation prior. You can see that when Doge had this massive drop from all the way up here at 0.14, we had that continuation and immediately after saw a very large wick to the downside. This was, of course, surprising for a lot of people because of the fact that this was a very strong daily support level, and you can see it didn't really hold much weight at all. Right now, retesting this level, of course, after having this massive move to the upside in terms of a fake out, is extremely bearish. The only reason why we could be looking for a pullback, of course, is because of the RSI really, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, because of the fact that it is the weekend, I kept mentioning to you guys, when volume starts to drop and you are trading on weekends, we tend to see a larger move, and in my opinion, I was looking for the move to the downside. Ideally, right now though, guys, if we do get any break of the 0.08, we already know that we have retested the 0.075 level multiple times, so this could be looking for a massive shorting opportunity back down to our overall support target at 0.05. Now, I did want to talk about, other than that, in terms of a bearish case scenario, of course, if we want a bullish case scenario on Doge, it's going to be very important for the bulls to hold the 0.08 and try to break above this 0.11. The reason why the 0.11 level is very important is, as you guys can see from previous price analysis, we held this level multiple times for a major support, and once we saw that break of that formation, we had a massive move. I kept mentioning the fact pretty much this whole way up that 0.11 level will be tested, and the fact that it's going to be very important to see how, from a bullish case scenario, if we hold or see a close above. You can see we did get a nice fake out opportunity, and then I mentioned the fact that we could be looking for a second continuation, much like what we saw over here in terms of resistance. We saw 2 test confirmation at 0.16. We saw 1 confirmation here, and then we saw the second before we had that continuation to the downside, and that's exactly what we saw right now. We saw that 1 test confirmation followed by that 2nd test, and then we had a 3rd test, and this was that opportunity for you guys to start looking for those shorting positions. Usually when you test a resistance level 3 times and don't see any sort of break above, you can see we saw a small wick above at 0.11, which I did mention in yesterday's video, but there was no clean break of this formation, not even a retest of support. That usually indicates, of course, that the bears were definitely in control at these levels, and we were looking to retest that 0.11 0.08. When we were pushing above these exponential moving averages, I kept mentioning and warning to you guys the fact that the 0.08 level has only been tested once. We have to be very, very careful about looking for those long positions. If we go here on the hourly time frames, you can see that we did have a beautiful formation as well play out right now. We are seeing a little bit of a pullback, of course, on the hourly because we are in extreme oversold conditions. So ideally, what I'm looking for is a nice pullback opportunity like this, retest these exponential moving averages, and then continue pushing on further. Of course, if we do continue pushing on lower, we could be looking for definitely a long position on the hourly time frames once we get to that 0.08, just for a quick scalp opportunity, and then continue pushing on lower. I do want to keep mentioning the fact that, guys, right now Doge was in no form of a bottom. We had this massive move at 0.07 because of the fact that we had this huge capitulation from all the way up here. There was a bound to obviously bounce on either this level or the continuing level below because these were major daily supports. As of right now, I don't think Doge is in that bottom formation at all yet. I do think that 0.05 or even lower will be the true bottom for Doge, but as of right now, with this current price action, we know the fact that Doge is extremely bearish. I keep mentioning it to you guys, and I will keep mentioning it over and over. The fact that Doge cannot break above the 0.11 level even after having multiple retests is a bearish formation. Put aside your emotions. Don't look at the chart with emotions. Look at what the chart is telling you, and the chart was telling us this whole way up here that the fact that this is failing to break, and this is an extremely easy shorting opportunity. You can see in terms even on the daily time frames, we had that same price analysis which I mentioned in yesterday's video. The fact that we broke below these exponential moving averages and are retesting them as resistance is a clean confirmation for a shorting position. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.